Oh, they don't even know that Hogwarts exists?
No, they because like the Dursleys.
There's so many of them. How do they not know?
Dude.
The word's got to get out.
Friday Night Pints, brought to you by Wood. Get Wood. It's the new Barstool Sports men's grooming line. Everything from shampoo and conditioner and body wash and face wash to lotions and creams, shaving stuff, everything you need in the bathroom to look good, feel good, and play good. It's a men's grooming line, great for chicks too. It's made by people who actually know what they're doing in the cosmetic game with our scent choices and our branding. It's going to be available at getwood.com, WOULD, or at your local CVS. We're rolling them out now. Eventually it'll be available in 9,000 CVS's, so it'll be across the country, everywhere you can get your toiletries and cosmetics. So, getwood.com or your local CVS. Make sure you smell good, because like girls have been pretty and hot and putting like stuff on and using scents and shit, and guys have just been ugly forever because we're just using like a bar soap and that's it. So now we've finally gotten wise to like, let's not be fucking ugly. You have no hope, but the rest of us, we can.
I saw an IG ad last night that said it was a 2-in-1 soap. It did 1 clean the skin and 2 smelled good. And I was like, what are the other soaps?
They clean and you just smell bad?
The marketing, that's the whole marketing.
Yeah.
But I was like, it worked. So I gotta get this fucking soap. I don't know what kind I've been using.
Now you can get it. It also moisterizes and it cleans.
That's like when you pass a gas station, it says like best hot dogs in New York. There's no way, but I have to.
Maybe.
All those gas stations in New York.
There's a 1% chance. Like,
all
could
those
be.
gas stations in New York. Are we gonna be close to the city?
I had Bob Fox. Bob Fox tweeted saying, "Are there gas stations in Manhattan?" Because there's really only like
There's 1.
I think there's maybe 4 that I know, 3 or 4, but they're all on the east or west side. And I tweeted at Bob Fox and told him that there are gas cabs that drive around filled up with gas, and that you can call and they will just you pump gas from one car to another. And I had a bunch of people being like, "For real?"
Wait, I believe that.
Yeah,
That's not like that outrageous.
No,
what is the real answer?
And so I said,
delete this and fucking do it.
I know, that's what I said. So I was like, and I made it sound, I was like, they're rolling it out to civilian cars in 2025, and people were like, "For real?" And it's not real, but it should be.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Especially if you are like an Uber driver, you can be like, "Yo, I'm on the corner of blah 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 blah." It's like when
Mission
planes.
Impossible stuff.
Yeah, you just come and you like put some tubes together and load it up.
Barstool gas coming in 4 years.
Let's go.
I'm picturing them siphoning it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a.
And
It's
Charlie
like
Kelly shows up and does it.
Who wants to piggyback? Anybody trying to get their smash on? You want to get smashed? Let's go. Piggybacks. We just came.
Yeah, this is him.
These are not. Oh boy. The bit's the beginning.
Thank you. Thanks.
Test results negative.
I just don't know if it's.
You never know.
You never know.
But the good news is
realize until
Now, what is their payment?
I was gonna say the good news is he's mic'd up, so we'll catch it no matter what.
It looks real, but he also has them on speaker.
Well, that's what the Spectrum will do to you.
That-
You never
I
quite
think
know.
Spectrum won.
You never quite know.
What?
I think he doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I think
Well,
he was
we
like,
can
I think he
ask
was
him.
like 5 minutes.
He also
We
can
have
just
people who
leave.
say no to this all the time.
All the time.
I've said no.
Would anybody like one? Sure. Yeah. So these are. We just came back from Vermont last
but I
week
still owe.
when we went to the Whistle Pig farm, and
Those are from
right. It's so good.
And I'm not usually like, what's some priest on it?
I was like kind of suspect. I was a little skeptical, and then I had one. This is the citrus mint. There's also like one that's kind of like a Moscow Mule, and then there's one that's like blackberry. But they're all just like a high society, high culture, high class whiskey cocktail in a can. Fucking unbelievable.
It's really good.
That is
Kinda
good.
dangerous.
So I don't know if he's gonna come back. I actually don't know if they cut his mic.
Would I be able to pay that
Okay.
online?
So we're gonna lose the thread here as soon as Joey comes on.
Oh, it's over.
Once and Joey Camassa will be joining us, and he will come in like a gay meteor that's snapping into the world, getting, just all of the
I'll
straight
do it in
people
the
will be
store.
extinct.
Well, I'm a little worried because he's been drinking for a couple hours with Jordan Woodruff.
Yes.
So
Oh, that's
it's either he ends up here or on a
Probably-
coke binge in the Lower East Side. So there's really no in between. So we don't know what's going to happen.
That's
We can
I
wrap
feel
up fast.
He's either going to come in, it's going to be great, or a disaster.
Yep. I feel like that's like Joey's life in a nutshell. Like
No,
flip a
that's it.
coin,
Thank
like
you.
fucking Two-Face. Like,
5 minutes
do I just have a productive day or a coke binge in Lower East Side? Here we
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Or both.
But I
Hopefully
wanted to
always
get
win.
to 2 things before we come to 5 minutes. We probably don't have time. One, Rhea, you're right. Rhea and Chicks in the Office have started a Harry Potter rewatch. Rhea, I don't want to say made fun of, but Fran was dismissive of you for thinking that everyone knew that wizards exist. That's it. I watch Harry Potter all the time. It's probably my most watched movie.
Really?
What? Oh, I like
Fast
so.
and Furious?
It's
Fast and Furious. Olympus has fallen. White House has fallen.
So if we're doing the franchise provides so many movies. There's 9 movies. 8 movies. Yeah,
I mean, this guy doesn't even know. And
8
he's
movies, we
claiming to
only
be.
got 5 minutes.
It's I completely stand with you.
What did she say? What-
Okay,
She
so
says
what
that-
I said was, and I've never watched the films, so as I'm watching, I'm only.
The theater.
I don't know
The
what's
motion
happening,
pictures.
but as soon as I started watching Harry Potter, I started calling
films.
movies films.
Okay. The films.
I'm only on the 3rd one, haven't made it to the 4th one yet, but as I watch, I write down just a stream of consciousness notes, just things that pop in my brain. The first note I had for the whole entire series was, wow, being a wizard's just a normal thing. It's not like in Wizards of Waverly Place where like nobody knows Alex Russo and her family are wizards.
Right.
It's like being a wizard is kind of common.
Yeah.
Fran was like, no, Muggles don't know wizards exist.
Muggles are regular people.
Yes.
And it is.
Everyone who's not
I mean,
a
I thought,
know
like,
that?
Hogwarts
In the-
was a
no,
school
in the
for wizards.
movie-
Like, you send your kid to wizard school if he's a
Yes,
wizard.
and I thought that everyone knew that Hogwarts existed.
But they did. Oh,
Apparently,
they don't even know that Hogwarts exists?
No, they because like the
But
Dursleys
there's so many of them. How do they not know?
Dude.
The word's got to get out.
and the Dursleys. So Doug's I guess is a big Harry Potter fan because Doug's thought we were dumb for Dylan. He was
No,
told me that.
you confused me.
It is. So Harry Potter lives with his aunts and uncles who are just regular people.
They know.
And they know he's a
Mean
wizard.
bitch.
There are
Fat
people
asshole.
who
So
know.
what? And
Yeah.
they don't tell anybody that their
That's
nephew.
it. And
They're
then-
fucking bitches and assholes, and they don't let the secret out that their nephew is a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
No,
And then
I
they
don't like
Hogwarts.
Harry Potter, and this is the biggest plot hole of all time.
But it's one that I've thought the whole time. I was just like, whatever, who cares? I'm not trying to destroy the movie. I still like it. I've always thought it. But people were like, yeah, you idiot. You thought that everyone just knew a wizard exists. I'm
Yeah.
Like, well, how
Totally
would I
did.
not make that
Do
assumption?
they ever
There's
go
one
out in the
whole
regular
movie-
world? Or are they always in like a
They're
wizarding
they're
situation?
going into the wall in front of other
Yeah,
people.
right
Where
in
do
front of
people
people.
think
Wait,
that
what is
they're
that?
going?
I'm trying
to say no one's seen that.
No,
Yeah.
buses are showing up in the middle of nowhere.
Trains.
Only trains.
And
no,
buses,
the night
and
bus.
buses,
The
and
night bus.
buses.
So then how do
You
people not
stick
know?
your finger up that
It's
one more
people
time,
that
O'Malley.
need to know, like the minister, like ministry, big people up top
Sure.
know.
The PM.
But but the regular.
But what
people-
about when someone runs through a fucking wall in the train station?
Well, there are charms and spells. I mean, like
But
If
you
John
Correct.
turned around right now and ran right into that,
I'd be like,
Wall.
he's a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
yeah, because
we'd
we're
be like,
looking
that's
at it. But
strange.
how often do you really pay attention to everyone else on the subway?
If one
a
person
lot.
saw another human run through a wall,
I wouldn't say a damn thing.
I'd say
What do you
it.
mean you wouldn't say a
I'd
damn
tell
thing?
everybody.
well, also,
Just
another day.
I would
one
text
person, they'd be like, that person's
everybody.
crazy.
Yes.
But it would be the
But
one
then,
person.
if
and then
it
another
always
person.
happened at the same subway stop,
Yeah, right, right.
Very quickly,
We're
people
talking
would be
about-
like,
we're talking
Call
about
up
magic.
J.K.K. Rowling and fucking.
We're talking about brooms flying in the air. We're talking about cars
Yeah,
flying in the
yeah.
air. And you're saying, oh, this is what I have a problem
That was
with.
another thing I
Yeah,
picked up
because
on.
if they're flying in the air, shit, people would see them.
Well,
that's the thing. There's a whole one whole movie is based on
Don't
Harry
spoil
Potter
it.
getting in trouble. I won't. It happens the very thing. He gets in trouble because he
Chris, it's fucking 40 years old. At this
he
point.
fucked
It's on you.
He did magic in front of Muggles. So the fact that he gets in trouble for doing magic in front of Muggles implies the Muggles know the magic exists.
Oh yeah, the first
They're
movie
right.
when he knocks the guy off and then the snake comes
No, you
and
get-
knocks him out of
unless
They
the
there's
get,
some
you
sort
get
of
in trouble,
trouble
you
even
get in
later,
trouble
it's like
because
weird.
they don't
Well,
want
right,
the
but
Muggles
it
to know.
has happened, so
Yes.
the cat's out of the bag.
No, certain people know.
But if you do in front of some muggles, then they're gonna go back and be like, "There's magic."
They have.
Do they erase it from the brain? Then they men in
It
black
might be
that shit.
stuff,
Then
yes.
okay, but
But see,
They don't show that,
see,
right?
see, that's what you said right
Yeah.
there. And I love that you said it. Because if they did a good job the cultural reference would be Harry Potter's motherfuckers.
Yeah, when
but
you
we
Men in
still
Black
say Men in
someone,
Black,
everybody knows
so
that
they didn't
means-
explain it very well.
When you say I got Men in Black or they Men in Black me, that means boom,
Yeah,
they erase you.
Okay, so everyone
would be
calling
sick.
me
Movie
stupid today
sucks.
was wrong.
was wrong.
Harry Potter
was wrong. It's a very good movie. I love the films.
What do y'all think about Halloween?
Films. I love that we're calling them the films.
Halloween Town. They have an entire town because they don't want war with people.
What's Halloween Town?
It's like a like a
The Disney
You know what
Halloween
Halloween
movie.
Town is?
It's a whole
John
town.
doesn't like
John, you
Halloween
love
movies. He doesn't do
Halloween
those
Town.
folk-
I don't know
Halloween
Magic
Town.
Town.
It's
I have no
like-
idea.
Really? All right, well, I'll leave it alone then.
Yeah,
All you
but-
cis boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Harry
talking about
Potter in the
magic.
gay world. It's gotta be. It's the gayest
Very
thing of all time.
That's a red lip.
Excuse me.
That's
kind of like the
Yeah,
strawberry,
right?
I watch Harry Potter porns.
I was
Did
just about
you?
to
What?
What does that involve?
That's like, you know,
Do they
Spider-Man.
shove, do they shove a wand up the ass?
No, it's just very like it's usually,
broomstick, not the wand.
like an uncut dick
Nimbus.
because he's British, but there's not really.
That's the biggest statement.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a Harry
No,
Potter.
it's like he's a cloak and it'll be like, wow, and then he's saying it. But Spider-Man is a big thing, like that kind of. Spider-Man is like
Oh,
a big
the
because
web-
of
the web-
spandex.
the web shooting.
Yeah.
the web
Yeah.
shooting.
No, not the web shooting. The spandex.
Oh,
I was in gay
Every
Spider-Man TikTok
superhero
for a
is
while.
spandex.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure.
All
it'd be the web-
superheroes.
No, but it'd be the
But
white
they get
stuff
like
coming out of
boners
his-
like in their spandex. You can like see. It's
Well,
like,
you
one
can do
of
that
the-
with
I'm
every
gonna go
superhero.
actually.
One of the, I
tell
think
us
it's
more.
Tobey
There's no
Maguire
info.
makes the webbing in his own
Yeah,
body.
yeah. The original, the 2001, he had his body actually makes it.
Yeah.
The other ones,
So he's
that
just shooting
past
cum
that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And the other guys have like a
They even have a joke about
device
the
or
new
something.
one. Yeah.
Right. That's why I didn't know that until that joke.
Yeah.
I never realized that. I wish I liked Harry Potter. I'm into all that nerd shit, and I just hate Harry Potter. It doesn't do it for me.
Has Harry Potter ever won anything?
He wins everything.
No.
No, like,
The
you
movie.
mean like something like the Oscars.
That-
Has the film ever won? I don't think so.
Like,
I mean, maybe
I'm
like
sure
a
it's like publishing
editing or
awards.
sound,
Probably an
screenplay.
MTV movie award.
Yeah, some shit like that. But that's why the Oscars needs a new category that's just like pop culture
Nerd shit.
movie
They
of the
tried
year.
it.
But they
Well,
never
they
did.
They never did it.
They
right?
announced
Black-
it and
Black
then they.
Panther.
Was it the COVID
I think
year?
they announced it because they wanted
Black
to get
Panther.
Black Panther in
Yeah.
the mix because it was for Black people and so culturally relevant. And I think they got their credit for it and they just never fucking did it.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
I still think the idea of having a one category for musicals and comedy is so silly.
Yeah, those are
Like those
Well,
are
that's like
comparable.
those
That's a
can
Golden Globe. Oscars don't do anything for comedy.
really.
I believe
Yeah.
I'm correct on this one.
But like I think you can get like I think supporting actor has sometimes been in a comedy.
Yeah.
But they don't do like which is nuts. Best comedy should be an absolute fucking thing.
But I don't
But
think
they're
the
so
best action
snuffy.
movie is either.
They're like,
I think
we
it's
don't
the best
want-
movie.
But that's what the Oscars should do. Is that's what we're gonna do. June 4th.
Yeah.
We're doing our own award show on June 4th, and we're gonna have shit that people actually want.
You should do it for podcast at Barstool.
Well-
You want to get some Mean Girl shit
Oh,
going?
That's
what we're talking about.
Fucking done with everybody's feelings. I'm just gonna say whatever I want, whenever I want, forever now, because I'm fucking over it. So yeah, I'm just gonna be like best podcast at Barstool, worst podcast at Barstool.
I have the thought that I like need to retire by 30
Why is that?
because I've been here since I was 19 and it just feels like way too long.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what?
It's
It's,
just like
it's not about age. It's about like I remember this talk. I don't know what it was, but it was when NBA players started coming out of high school early on, and they were like, by the time they're 30, they've had a 12-year career.
Yeah.
So you might be like, oh, he's only 30, but technically that's like a 35-year-old because most of these guys used to come out of college, blah blah blah. Blah. So yeah, like it's like how many hours have you run the machine? Doesn't you know
I've
you've been
been a
here so.
full-time employee since 19. I feel like that's
Yeah.
almost illegal.
Yeah, no, it's borderline. It's really borderline. It's like I'm pretty sure Bob Fox was definitely underage when he got there. But I've always said that by the time you're 30, you'll have like more experience and more followers and more all that shit than like the most popular, most successful people in the industry. That's like by 30, you need to go get like a cushy like e-news where you're just like, and this person's dating, and like
No,
check out this
I
movie,
mean-
and then that's it.
I would love to still work here at 30, but like I kind of just want to like pop in, right? Like
Mm-hmm,
I just like want to own maybe like a little what is it called? Just like a little shop of some sort.
A boutique.
A boutique. A boutique. I wanna-
Barstool, Chicks in the Office Boutique.
Yeah, like a boutique where I don't even show up. I just have people that work there, but I own it.
Yeah.
And then like
What's
I
the
pop
Kardashian
here,
store called?
Dash.
Dash.
Like something like that, and I just like it has to do with this, and like I work here, but I just pop in.
Sure.
You know?
When you
Love
come in,
that.
you have a camera crew with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what you-
I actually just have a reality show about it.
Howard
Sounds like
Stern
you're describing-
at Sirius, Howard Stern has his own entrance and exit. So he like does not, you know, you don't take the elevator with like the fucking other people at Sirius. So he's just like,
He has his own entrance. But his own elevator, obviously. Because
Yep.
that
yeah.
was
When
like
you go
high
into
up.
Sirius, the old Sirius, you know, we always go left.
Yeah. It's
on the
right
right.
is Howard. But even that, like, we wouldn't even share the elevator. I don't think. I think they
The
have,
door,
like, their own
the glass on the door is tinted, so you can't
Yeah,
even
you
see
can't
through
see
it.
it. He's like, I don't
Yeah.
even want these fucking commoner, like.
What a dickhead.
Yeah.
You know
But I
what?
also
Honestly,
think, I
like,
also think it's like
Fuck
he gets mobbed. Like it's like I just want to be able to come to work because people like us are
Yeah.
showing up and we'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So if it was just serious employees, I'm sure it'd be fine.
I
By
just
the way,
kinda
Grace
forget-
making
Yeah, but
her Friday Night Punch debut.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Grace O'Malley in the building, working with Bree. Full time now, or no? But almost there.
Freelance.
Yeah. Freelancer now.
We can
It's-
cut.
It's inevitable.
there.
You will be full time here soon. Also, Joey shows up. He's on the verge of getting his offer too. So a couple
I
new
see him in
faces.
the kitchen.
Oh, he's bringing
Oh,
me a
yeah.
glass.
What? You're too good.
That's
for
the
paper.
that's the
Oh, I
entire
want
set.
your
That's the
film.
entire thing. It's bringing me a glass.
Let's take
You said it like you had more to add to that.
No,
Like you
that's
was gonna
it.
be like,
That's
oh,
pretty much
You
all I
look
got.
super small next to Doug. Are you sitting on a lower chair?
The thing is, as I sat in this,
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
No, I mean short. And he's tall.
Oh, it's this chair. That's what I like. This chair.
you
well,
look
Doug's
tiny.
a guy. He sits down and gets taller.
Yeah,
I have a tall torso.
Yeah, tall torso.
yeah, you're just a like, skinny little flat ass bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been getting caked up a little bit.
You
I
are
don't do
not
squats.
caked up.
I'm
You got
fucking
nothing.
caked.
You got a Taylor Swift ass.
You
You
know
go
who's been-
back,
Yeah,
ass, legs.
You know he's
You
caked
got
up.
nothing.
KB is
KB's
double
caked
cheek.
up.
KB's getting cheeked
So
up.
it's rest
That
and
ass
watch.
fat.
Were
We
the
know this.
results
They
negative
say.
or what's going on here?
I was gonna see if I could say 0 words.
I was hoping. I was hoping.
Can I pour me up?
What do you want?
One of these.
Nope.
No,
Can I take a beer, Kev?
For
What?
real? Yeah, I'll take
Yeah, no,
it.
for real. You
I
want?
did-
You want
I
to take
handed
a
mine
Coors
over.
Light?
We're good.
You want a high noon?
Sure.
Can I take a
Oh, never
Coors
mind.
Light?
Round two. Coors Light?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if we're
I didn't drink this if anyone wants it. I mean,
What
it's
you-
delicious.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy, it's very just.
You want this? You want this?
I like this.
Joe?
It's a little warm.
Glass,
Oh,
please.
thank
You want a Coors Light? This is kind of warm.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ladies,
Hey, there he is.
Now we are just
sorry,
gonna
I was
have.
having a circle jerk in the office.
Come get my stuff.
Anyone exciting?
No, they were strangers delivering food.
Come on now. Joey, Friday Night Punch debut?
You guys
I
both-
can't imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it?
My what?
Is this your first time on Friday Night Punch?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm so excited. Do I get a pint?
No. You get probably a warm Coors Light.
Now we are gonna have a
Would you like
couple
one?
cocktails.
Just give me that jar of Tostitos. That should do. I'm joking.
What would you like something?
Oh yeah, just whatever's in there.
Okay.
I'll drink up. I'm pissed right now.
Nana's not.
I'll
Nana's
take
not.
whatever.
Yeah, like when my mom eats dinner and she just acts like she doesn't want anything. She's like, just leave the crumbs for me.
I'll drink anything. Red wine?
I went through, I told my mom the other day, I don't think I've seen my mom eat in like 5 years. Whenever we're
Wait,
eating,
isn't it the
she's just like,
strangest thing?
she's
Moms
like,
eat like
you know, because
birds.
whenever I'm around now, I have my kids too, so she's always like making sure they're good and I'm good. And she's like, I'll just eat later.
Ew.
And I'm like, I don't think I've seen you
Yeah.
put something in your mouth in like
You're
5 years.
That's crazy. I feel like that's a lot of
Shut the
moms.
fuck
No,
up.
it's all
What do you do?
moms.
He fucking did the ear thing.
The thing?
Oh, the
And you, what do you work? What do you?
The side of the nose you
Ew.
get.
He does it too. What?
You
got
the worst
fucking
things in the
Greece.
world.
Why you put it in
You guys are
there?
nothing.
You don't need to do that.
Let it sit for a second.
The alcohol's gonna kill anything.
Why did you
Give
put
me
it
a
like
cup.
your
I'll
fucking
pour it.
I don't
remote?
drink. I
That's
don't
the
wait for my
problem.
drink. I want to have a drink.
His
No
fork
head at all.
pour.
You tip it and you're good. You don't have to
There
put
we
your
are.
own face greasing your drink. You fucking
Cheers.
No, this is. Let me
You just get the cum off and put it in there.
I wish. So we have Frank Bronco down there.
The ear is bad.
Oof.
Got it from
Yeah,
your
but you
ear.
get your
No, I didn't do it from my ear. I did it from right here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to decide
What do
your
you think? I go in my ear with
Why
the
don't you
fucking
just put
thing?
your
Or your eyebrows.
What are you teasing?
I put your whole fucking nose in there. You
Yeah, you do
disgusting
your
animal.
eyebrows.
I love all this stuff.
I don't, but you can.
Yeah, it's like the oil helps get rid of the bubbles.
That's cool.
Absolutely
You can learn a
gross.
thing or two.
Anyway, where are we right now? What were we talking about?
We were talking about KB yesterday.
Yeah, so what happened? What's your situation that
So yesterday I get a text.
it was your birthday, right? Happy
birthday text.
Was it your real birthday or is this like a fake
It's my
kitty
real
thing?
birthday. That would be it.
He's 29 years
That would
old.
be it.
Now she's an Aquarius, y'all. Okay.
Is it really Aquarius?
Yeah, it was tomorrow or yesterday.
No, we're in the age
To the
of
date to the
Aquarius.
moon.
Or
Well, we
yesterday
know
was like-
when the moon hits noon.
was like that news report. It's gonna snow 2
Who's that Tom
20.
What
What the fuck did we
Did we get to
get?
the bottom of that? Was that like a thing?
Now it's 6 to 12. They narrowed it down.
Oh, there you go.
But 2 to 20, I saw that. I was like, what is
that?
that?
Was like truly like it's either gonna be nothing or like
Yeah.
you can't get out of your house for the weekend.
There will be weather this weekend.
Yeah. So you had a situation I heard that is very situational.
Yesterday I get a text.
From a woman he's loved for 10 years.
I didn't love her. It was a girl I was attracted to. But like from
Desperately,
freshman
hopelessly
year
in
of
love.
college.
Did you ever tell her you loved
Because
her?
I was in college. That was 10 years ago.
Have you shown her the train
I
table?
don't know if I've ever talked to her.
Okay.
I
And this is
have,
publicity,
but
correct?
I have talked to her before. And it
Have
says,
you met her in person?
Hey KB, happy birthday. I don't know if you remember me, but this is blank. We went to Kent together. Hope you have a wonderful, and then a medley of birthday emojis.
Sure.
So I'm pumped. I'm like, oh shit.
Excuse me.
Yeah, she's talking to me. But again, have you met her in person or no? It's only
Yeah,
Okay.
a few times, but it's been a while.
Okay.
Is that really her?
And then I responded.
How'd you respond?
It was pretty embarrassing.
What do you say? Read it out
I
loud.
said, been waiting 10 years to get this text from you. Just kidding.
God.
Just kidding. The fun, like, yeah.
I don't hate that response.
Oh, I hate it.
It's pretty embarrassing. But I thought it was like,
Sandy.
I thought it was her.
If we read any of your guys' texts, they would be embarrassed.
No, I
Yes,
I
that's true.
I think these are
Like
hot
that.
more answers for this reason.
I'm with you.
I know
That's
it's all
why I'm
gonna come
never going to
out
talk to
wrong.
that girl again.
No, because it could be funny.
Any text messages to a chick or someone you're
It's always gonna be
dating,
embarrassing.
but if you're sexting or like being cute or like pursuing, awful. But I don't think I've ever been waiting.
Reading them back
that's
afterward.
That's a funny thing to say.
Yeah, it's not that
That's a
weird.
very funny thing to
It's
say.
out of the blue. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
All right, continue.
What is it? What is it? It's a new blouse?
You like?
He's trying to divert.
Something different.
Just trying to
And then
divert.
Then she said, haha, sorry, happy birthday, you doing anything fun? And a picture of her tits.
With nipples out, bare chest exposed.
Yeah, those can't be
Really?
real.
Are
Now,
those
can we
tits?
put that on the screen for the viewers at home?
His hand is shaking.
I don't know how to, this
Show
could
us
be.
the
Show this way.
Come on.
Give us some titties.
KFC, bring
KFC,
it over.
grab it here, please.
No, that's
KFC, please.
that was actually me with the breasts I got over our largest chest.
Convey them to you.
They kind of do like those ones.
How big are they?
You gotta show the tits.
But
You
don't
gotta
let
show
them
the
fall
class.
further.
They're a D major. I'd say they're a D major.
Oh my God. She has a six pack.
Just stop.
That's what I
I
noticed.
mean, that's a.
She's.
With the abs.
Now those are Hooters, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
And then,
Now these are what we call fun bags in the business.
Well, spoiler alert, it's not her. So
So that's why you felt so comfortable showing everything.
I mean,
Imagine if it was.
I don't know.
How do you know they were not?
Shubin's
Did she
groom
say
showed
it's
me.
not mine?
First of all, it was suspicious. She wouldn't talk.
Well, she's from Bangladesh. That's how we knew right away.
Texting in the form of a guy who's pretending to be a girl with a lot of extra Y's and hey, and it just seemed suspicious.
You catfishing?
This is me catfishing.
Yeah.
It's an art.
and then KB accidentally called her twice and FaceTimed her once.
I tried to copy her number and
Yeah, I know that.
search it.
That's
and
bullshit.
And it
I've
called
always
her.
said that Apple needs to change.
But it's not her. It's obviously a guy. But it's destroying me
So
because I went and I do have
Trish.
her real. I have her number saved,
This is
so it's
Demon
not
Twin.
her.
It's the worst.
Oh,
So-
you talked
Who's
to
that?
her?
It was her. It was her.
I must
her?
have gotten her number
The
once.
pink hat.
But you
Call.
texted her since then?
No, I never texted.
So he's getting credit through.
We have the IP address, Zach. We know it was you.
Zach. It was
Miss.
Zach.
Young lady.
Also, my
Let me see
number
your phone.
recently leaked. Well, I leaked it. And so I mean, like every day I just get a bunch of random texts. and
So, but it's
calls.
somebody who knows that's like the love of your life.
But I thought it looks like it would be her tits.
but who,
So how did he- who has the
knows
pic? I
that
don't
you're in
know.
love with her?
No one does, and I'm not.
Somebody who is.
I don't know.
I'm worried about coming
never
across
know.
the
I feel
creep
like
as
this
a
is-
creep in this situation.
What if she
Why
asked?
are
What,
you, bro? Someone sent you an unsolicited nude.
From
You're not a
her
creep.
perspective, this would be weird.
she
Not
knows
on
what-
her.
Not from you, though.
It has to be someone from like your hometown to have a, or your
Same-
college to have a
same
specific name of
area
a
code?
I
person.
feel
They
like
have
it's
to know.
KB. This is all.
I think KB's just trying to get attention again.
And they were.
Yeah.
On his birthday at that.
It was on his
They
birthday.
were giving you specific instances of times you've hung out.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
then
so
they
it's
were
a
like,
friend. It has to be.
what'd she say? If you want to FaceTime, I can when I get home from work. I just remember the one time you took my friend's cigarette out of her mouth and walked into the bar at Kent and got kicked out. I always think
that a true
about
story?
that. That did happen,
Oh,
and
so
I think
this
she was
is-
there. So, it
So
was,
she's trying to prove it's
How do you know
her.
this is not
Yeah,
her?
how do you know this isn't
Yeah,
her?
she wants to FaceTime.
because there's no way it is.
FaceTime her right now
Yeah,
on
wait.
the show.
What's the proof that it's not her? Just your gut
Maybe
It
she
was
let
my
herself go
intuition.
and she doesn't want to. She's
What?
too embarrassed to show you.
I just have. There's just no way.
So you're just thinking it's not her. You don't know that it's
You're
not her.
so in love with her, you can't believe it.
I would be so
Let's
hyped
call
if it is her.
He's afraid of
Let's
receiving
call
love that she may give.
Why don't we call her right now?
Call her right now. FaceTime her on the show.
I can pretend to be a woman.
Call her.
I'm putting her on board.
I don't like 100% to be one, but I could.
You guys are
I took it
gaslighting
back.
me. You're gaslighting me.
Just call
I tried that yesterday on our podcast. No answer. It's a guy.
Is it Nick?
That's
Imagine his phone started ringing.
It's so
in
weird
the
of a
office.
move, though. Like,
Calls come from inside the house.
It's weird of him to be a guy who does that.
Why are you thinking that's the case? That's such a weird
It
assumption.
would be very
It
weird for
has
somebody to be catfishing you like this. Yes. So why do you think it's definitely not?
Should I reach out to the girl and I say, hey, or
Yeah, wait.
Yes.
So you have the other number?
yes?
Not social media.
That's your
Yeah.
way in. Why don't you text the girl that you have? and
Yeah.
say-
And be like, hey, I got your
that's a
tip.
great
Yeah,
point.
no, just send your.
No,
Say her that.
just say, hey,
Are
somebody's
these your
texting me
tits?
saying it's you.
Are
Is
these
it
your
you?
fucking bombs?
No, don't say the tits part first.
Yeah, no.
Just say, hey, somebody's texting me that it's you. Is that you? And if she says no, then be like, oh, they sent me a picture of these tits. You
Can he leads with tits?
can't lead with tits.
Just text her the tits that diss you.
Just say hey, blah 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 name. You know what I mean? Like text that and use the name to make sure that it's still her.
We'll see.
It's a fun show.
That's great advice.
I never know.
What time the Latino call boys get here? A little entertainment. All right, ladies.
What was your as the queen bee here? What were your thoughts of this whole week?
What?
Tell us, Rio, tell us. There's been a lot of the first generation of girls were very quiet this week,
They
just staying out of the
were.
whole shit.
Yeah, you
Because
were quiet.
I learned to stay out of
Yeah,
it.
smart.
Because
Plead the fifth.
I feel like when I first started working here, I would try to get involved with drama, and it never ended well. Like I'd always
Drama
end
never
up.
ends well.
It never does. You always end up upset. You always end up worrying about what people are saying about you online, and it's like better just to not worry about any of that.
Yep.
Fran and I were joking around saying that because we heard Dave like ask like what's Rhea and Fran think about this about like the Alex thing. We were saying that we should have walked in with like canes and the rings that they were walking around. They're like, we're too
What are you
old for
kids
this.
talking about?
I just think that like a lot of people were like, this is so much fun, this is awesome. I was like, it wasn't really fun when you had to walk in fearing for your life every day that you were gonna end up on Barstool Radio. Like we didn't leave our desks to get lunch at certain hours of the day because we were afraid that Dave was gonna need us at some point.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't this fun all the time. Hey, drama's so fun.
Well,
like,
you know what, I
it
think-
wasn't
I think
that
even-
fun and exciting.
I think everyone involved thought it was fun for like the first couple hours, and then when it lingers on through like a whole day into a second day,
Yeah.
and then when you get the video that's like shut the fuck up, and you realize
Right.
it's not really it's not just drums anymore.
Yeah.
It's like this is some
no,
real
it's real.
shit.
And of course, like
And then they both were like, I feel like I got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, drama ages you quick.
yeah, and obviously when you're not involved, you're very interested in it.
the best.
It's the best, right? Like you're texting everyone on the side like what's happening. But it's better to just like not say anything
Yeah, stay the fuck
publicly
out
about
of
it.
When I was talking
I
about it, I was like,
tweeted-
I'm not in it, and I don't really know any of these
Yeah.
people, so I'm gonna say whatever the
Can I
fuck
smoke
I
in
want.
here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bree and I did. We haven't done girls' room in a while, but people think that like Bree and I like have some sort of. We absolutely don't. Like we
Right.
still hang out, whatever. So I posted. I was like, "Here's girls' room to remind everyone we still like each other."
Yeah.
And people were like, "Wow, this is a crazy response." I was like, "This
not
really
a
is not a
response.
response to
Yeah.
that. This is just a
Yeah.
response to like, hey
Yeah.
everyone, me and Bree are still friends because you guys think we're not." Like that's really what that was.
Everybody loves to concoct storylines.
Yeah, but no,
and beef.
I just.
The mention like you didn't get lunch at certain times because you were scared Dave might like need you is why the craziest thing that happened in the whole thing was Hannah answering her Zoom at the salon.
Oh my god!
That was true.
I think
Crazy.
that's what
Unreal.
frustrated like
Crazy.
Fran and I the most because we were like, even now, if I called into the Dave Portnoy show in a hair salon, Dave would rip me apart, which he should like gladly.
When she said, "This is my hairstyle," I was like, "Yeah, we know."
Yeah, like-
We didn't think you were at the dentist.
I just was shocked that Dave wouldn't call that out because any
Yeah.
other situation he would have called that
Especially
out.
when you're the shit that started it all, and then
Yes.
being so nonchalant, fucking
Be like,
too
"I'm
busy
here,
to
let's
think about
talk."
getting my
Right.
hair
It
done.
just was. You just really realized.
No, there's
and
two
I,
different.
Honestly,
there's
I've been
two
here
different
for
worlds.
like.
I love
that.
I've been here for 5
I
years,
love
and maybe that's definitely not as long as everyone else or like you guys have been. But I feel like I've learned a lot, and it feels like 10 years, and things have changed
So
dramatically.
much.
Like
A
it
lot in-
really,
in, like, the
Dave
last
used to
couple years, but
stand
certain-
in front of the elevator at the old office and like videotape when everyone walked into the office.
Yeah.
You could not show up for 2 weeks; he would never know.
Never.
Joey.
That was the classic Riggs. Check the fucking timestamps. I was in vlogging from home. Final walked in and was like, "Sorry, I'm late." Just knows, like you just know when. How I mean, yeah, it's so different now. There's no comp. There's no.
Nana likes to sleep in, so that's going to be a problem when I sign those papers.
You wouldn't last a single day at the Milton. Physically. You would die, you would get killed.
I remember when I cried on radio, I apologized to Dave, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Well,
Like, I'll
that
become
was
tough.
entertaining.
No,
That's
that was
entertaining,
entertainment though.
that's-
But no, and obviously looking back, I'm like, why the fuck did you cry? It was just like, once again, getting about the drama, seeing what everyone's saying about you, and then like your boss says it to you, but it's obviously a joke. And like, I look back, I'm like, why did you cry? I'm kind of happy I did because I learned.
I think crying is fair. Apologizing
Yeah,
is
no,
crazy.
no, but that's what was funny about it. I was like, I'm so sorry I cried. Like, it's just hilarious. Like,
You're
the
ugly. I'm
difference.
sorry.
It's just the difference now. But like I said, like I'm happy that happened because I learned so much from that one thing. Like just how
basically
to
never
act
again,
around here and like
yeah.
how to navigate Dave and just in general.
And then the game time drama is the one that started up after that. It's been a very dramatic week here. But
Because Tommy's in charge now.
Tommy has literally.
Oh, that's
just
right.
been-
I heard that.
I mean, he loves drama. Like I feel like if somebody were to like die, he'd be like, ooh, let's talk about it. He loves. That
I
shit.
asked Tommy if I died, if he'd cry, and he said he doesn't cry.
I can see Tommy never
you
cry.
It just pops up.
Tommy's like, is there drama?
You don't
Can I
cry?
get involved?
I see that. I could see Tommy. not
Tommy's
crying.
got the tism. He doesn't feel things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not. I don't even
He
think
doesn't
have
have
like
enough
tear
like,
ducts.
reserves in his body to like produce tears. I feel
Right,
like.
right. Yeah, no, he doesn't. I can see him not crying. I feel like he's
Thanks, boss.
an unemotional freak, so he's not gonna cry. KB, you don't cry either, right?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Were you crying about this chick?
When you found that sister fake.
What's his own too?
I've never cried about it.
You never cried about a girl?
About a girl?
Yeah.
Yes, I was in relationships.
Some formal. Some
Now?
I'm not autistic. I feel like I have to remind people every once in a while.
You definitely
I have
are.
no diagnosis.
Well, that's.
I, for one, believe Kyle is a real human being.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a real human being with. I know a girl who got. I know a girl who got diagnosed at 25, and she went to the doctor.
That hits.
She went to the doctor.
With AIDS?
That's embarrassing.
So she went to the doctor, talked about like some of her issues, whatever. I don't know. Got prescribed something, left, whatever it was. She goes back to the doctor like a year later, and they were like, so like how has the last year been since your diagnosis? And she was like, my diagnosis of what? And they're like looking at the chart, and they're like, autism. You got diagnosed with autism last year, and she was like, I did. And they were like, yeah. And I guess it just like didn't get conveyed, and she had to like come out as being autistic.
Sometimes
She has like a mild
Wait,
form
you
of
don't
it, so
you
she's
do
like,
not
it's
have
like-
to come out.
Some people
Like, you can keep
But it was
it to
very funny, like
yourself.
all of her friends
Let
were
people
roasting her,
respect
being
you.
like, "You're."
Did you take
fucking-"
medicine for it? No.
Ask her. I don't
Dude,
know.
one of my friends, we were
I used to diagnose kids with autism.
Right. That's,
Like,
that's the
I-
irony
I
of the
was
whole
just-
fucking show.
Not diagnosed, I couldn't do that medically, but I would like preemptively diagnose. We would use the MChat. I would do the questionnaire to pretty much tell parents, hey, your child who was recently born is
Why were you working with
an
children?
autistic.
What were you doing around children?
Diagnosing them with autism.
Playing on the
That's
floor.
my mom took me to a couple of people like you. Like when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
I got tested for special needs, autism, and they were like, he's fine. And she's like, he's not. There's something. Right? So what other doctor can you
I
point
want
me
a
in
doctor,
the
but
direction of?
he's dumb.
I got that too when the doctor came back and they're like, oh no, he's just lazy. Like, he's not retarded, he's lazy.
Well, that's
There's
my
something wrong with this kid,
Yeah.
but you figure it out because I can't.
My mom was like, all three of you are on the spectrum. Like, we just didn't know that. Like, we didn't talk. Like, doctors didn't. It's like your brother's weird, you're weird, she's weird. Like, they're all.
Have
something
you ever
wrong.
had like real conversations with yourself? Like, am I autistic or is this my personality?
yeah.
Every fucking day.
This happens to me
Every fucking
all
day.
the time. where
Everyone's
I'm
throwing
like,
out autism nowadays.
Yeah,
If you
it is
just like
hot
have a
streets.
passion about something, like,
Yeah.
oh, look out, this autism.
If you've ever focused on anything,
Oh,
you're
you're
autistic.
Yeah.
I went on
Yeah.
spring break and one of my friends was like, hey guys, now that we're drunk, like I have something to tell you guys. And we're like, what? What's up? It's like, dude, I went to the doctor and I just found out like they took some like tests and like blood work and shit. And I'm like 76% autistic. And we're like,
That's not.
yo, that makes so much sense. And she was like, I'm fucking with you guys. And I'm like, oh,
no
that's tough.
percentage.
You had me.
Now, Trish and I are on the spectrum, but it's the rainbow spectrum.
No, you're
And that is called the rainbow.
you have gone you're off the fucking spectrum. You gotta get blasted through to whatever's next.
Correct. We're having fun, right? We enjoyed. Listen, we're having fun. We enjoyed the drama. We tried to stay out of it, but we got a gag
No, you
order.
don't.
I
Now we
feel
got
like-
now we got a gag order put on us by someone who will not
She
be
should have
named.
named.
I feel like you get gayer with a drink.
Oh.
No,
Well,
she has to dig it around.
You're preaching to the choir.
The wrist flip over, the
dragged
voice
Pat out of the
changes.
closet.
Yeah.
kicking and
Did you
screaming.
guys really?
Pat was here telling I'm talking about basketball.
Well, what are we gonna do? Get up with Brandon Walker? I mean,
Brandon Walker's gonna be modeling for me for my new makeup show.
Brandon Walker will be modeling.
I'm doing an at-home lunchtime facelift on her.
He's gonna get
A lunchtime
remove
lift,
the
if you
redneck
will.
from Brandon Walker's face.
I was sitting down. I sit in front of him.
Yeah.
He just came out of nowhere and started spraying himself with sea salt. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
where's the Mississippi Brandon? Where'd it go?
Yeah, no, that's gone.
just
He's gone
waiting.
Hollywood. Mississippi Brandon's gone. Hollywood's back. What were you about to say before the gays steamrolled you?
Did you guys got food poisoning at?
Yeah.
Don't bring it up again with the gag order.
Well, I don't.
I didn't hear what happened.
Publicity. She said that City Winery. Publicity said that City Winery. She didn't want
Here's
City
the camera.
Winery serving their own food, so she brought her own food and served it out of the back of her.
Well, her
mother's
mother
trunk.
had it in the trunk for weeks. She didn't want the
So
restaurant
everybody got
getting
food poisoning.
she didn't want the restaurant getting a cut of the food sales, so she said, I'll bring my own food. But the thing, we all
Here
got
goes the
sick.
gag order.
Was it sushi?
I have nothing to do with this. I don't
No,
want to
it
text
was just
now.
like also from Costco. Like, I'm only kidding. If you went to the publicity show, it was a very classy affair.
Now you did have about
Stages
2 bottles
and
of wine.
microphones.
I did spend $900 on fucking 2 bottles of wine on the charcuterie board, but it was very
He's such a
classy.
psycho. The waitress comes over. She comes over with like a bottle of wine, serving, and he goes, "Oh, I'll just take
Don't you go over, ma'am. I throw
He
it
took
back,
the whole bottle
put it
and
down,
he drank the whole bottle.
and then I
in
gave it
front
back
of
and said,
her.
"We'll take a second."
You chugged the whole bottle. One
Yes,
shot?
I didn't know what time next waitress was going to come over. I had to,
Wow.
and I had to
And then we went to the
I had to
goon-
sit there through a publicity show for 2 hours. I didn't know what I was going to step into.
And then we went to a goon pit afterwards with one of the with
That
Lorenzo
was-
from the other side. We were out until 6 a.m. the next day.
Was that the night
Josh
you guys
Chapman night at
all
the
beat
goon
from
pit.
outside my apartment?
No, that was a couple days ago.
What's a
After
goon pit?
Have you opened the door, brother?
What's the goon pit?
Let's go. Do you guys know what a goon pit
Is that a
No,
gay
but I
bar
wanna
or a
know.
gay
Yeah,
fiend?
context, please.
It is.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you
Gooning
guys
is the
put
game.
down, I think.
Hello, goodbye, and you're welcome.
So a goon pit is just a bunch of gay guys get in a room and jerk off together.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's in a nightclub.
Oh, did you just go like this?
Yeah.
They don't jerk shut up.
They just
Oh,
jerk
they
off.
just jerk off
But
looking
the
at
thing
each other.
is-
you don't come.
But they
You don't
also
come.
do this face.
What if you
I'm
come
out.
accidentally?
I'm out.
You're out.
It's like, oh, you're out.
It's like a game of dodgeball. You get hit, boom, you're out. You look around for who hit you, but they're out. It's reverse dodgeball.
It's like laser tag.
Right. Well, we ended up at the goon pit until about 6 a.m. that day.
Now, the
there's-
face
So you guys were
video,
just
right?
jerking off with other men in the room?
They didn't
And-
do
Well, I couldn't get a boner.
So the
for-
thing you do, you
know.
also like make these faces.
Other people were.
Apparently, you're supposed to like make.
I was
like,
more of an
goofy
observer at
faces
the
when you
time,
do it.
Rhea.
Can you do one of the faces?
Yeah.
Are there?
Wait, do your goon face.
Do your goon face.
This is great.
That was good.
Reef chubby, bro. What?
Yeah.
Well, it's usually on crystal meth, and they're usually up for about 5 days at this point. And they've been rubbing that thing raw for hours.
Now I
days.
believe you.
It's like
Days on Earth.
Now
Days on Earth.
I've seen this from
Do they play
you.
movies?
Is that a thing that you guys do, or is that just him?
Well, that
and you?
just happened to me.
Yeah, that is that. So is it a thing, or this is just
Not from
coincidence?
gays.
I feel like straight guys don't come on their own faces.
Oh.
So
Not
Joey gave me his
general,
phone.
I
He was
feel
like, I was scrolling through,
And there was a GIF from Tumblr.
and then I find a GIF of Joey like sitting on the couch, and he just is coming in his own face,
Oh.
which is first of all
I feel
impressive.
like
That's like there's some gusto. when he's coming in your own
He's
face.
a heavy shooter.
I feel like straight guys don't even like getting cum on themselves.
Let
in
alone their
general.
belly.
This guy comes on their belly.
Yeah, no, they do, but I don't think they like it.
We don't.
They get their own cum on
No
them.
way, bro. Hate cum. Fucking hate cum. That shit. Gays cum is so gay. Cum is so fucking
Did you
gay.
have that GIF saved on your phone?
No.
Wait,
Wait, can
I just
I
haven't
see
seen it on my
it?
hard drive.
Show them the
Can I see it?
No, you don't know Rhea.
Why can't I see it?
I'm coming on my own face.
Women's allowed to see it, and I
No, I will
can't?
say this. I will say
Wait, this is a thing that exists. You saw it.
I saw it.
You saw him.
It is
On the
It's a
phone.
GIF of himself being
only
like,
time.
Okay, and why?
Only time I've
Joey,
ever
show me
seen
again.
Joey get
I'll cover the
embarrassed.
dick, but you can see the face.
Okay, cover your dick. I want to
It is
vice
the only
versa.
time I've seen him.
I want to see the cum on your face. Stop! I'd much rather see your dick.
He was
Why is
legitimately
it
like,
gift
oh my god, oh my
though?
god, oh
Like,
my
what-
god.
Yeah,
That's
who
what
made
I'm
you?
saying.
Gift for
That's
one
the reason why it's a leak of
Oh, you
video.
had a sex tape?
Your
dick leaked?
No, it did like this is before
Sure
I started
did.
doing stuff on like online and on TV and stuff. So then I had to send it to a guy like I was trying to hook up with, and he like saved it and like saw me like on like MTV. And it's like, oh my god, I'm just exposed to him.
But that needs to like take a
That's
what
get a blackmail for it?
Well, no, I had my mother hire a lawyer, and we got it taken down. But then they already saved it.
He was
and
gonna
like,
try to.
Joey,
Yeah.
were you on that tattoo show?
tattoo far?
No, on MTV?
Yeah.
Were you on that?
No, I was hair and makeup on that. I wasn't
Oh,
on the
oh,
show.
okay.
That show was that one where
That's-
Stricky gives you like
Oh my god,
unsurprising.
I used to just smoke and watch that show, and it was
you
the
did?
greatest
That
thing
was
ever.
the
That was
most
so much
fucked
fun.
up show where it was like, surprise! I put like a
Yeah.
dick on your back.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like,
Oh,
whoa.
I tattooed
that
a
was
piece
real.
of shit on you because
It
I
was
hate
real.
you. They literally would do that. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
They literally would.
Yeah.
You see this tattoo? It means not fucking welcome.
No, it was horrible. They do breakups and like, you know, someone cheat on them, they put like something disgusting. And then we had to sit there for hours. You know how long a shoot day is. But we had to like there had to be 4 tattoos a day. So we were there for like 18 hours or something. So we had to wait all day for them to fucking do the tattoos.
And they the most vile tattoos, like you said, like a couple would come in still together, and one of them cheated on the other, and they would
would know
tattoo
that?
things.
like
yeah, and
someone
like
shitting,
one of them
shitting
had like
saying you're dumped. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, so it was like they thought like I cheated on you.
shit,
You
you're
know,
like,
but I
no,
don't
they know. They
But I don't know.
know.
You know?
No, they both know what's going on. They're just still fighting about it.
You're
and they go,
blindfolded.
and
They're
it's like,
blindfolded the whole
one
day.
guy like.
Why would you be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go to the
No, I have
tattoo
no
shop
idea.
with this person I just cheated on
And I
with a tattoo?
hate
Of course they're
no,
gonna shit on you.
one guy like has a porn addiction, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna tattoo like a girl with big boobs, like getting like slashed to death on you.
Yeah,
like,
because we
things like that.
Because her friend's a whore and always goes out home with strong men. So now maybe you'll learn not to go home with all these men. And that's how Trish has that tattoo now.
That's not how that
That's what I have.
That just means you're gonna get fucked with a tattoo on your back about a girl getting stabbed. Like that's
Yeah.
not gonna
That
change the
is-
situation
One
at
the
all.
most wild show ever.
Yeah, I mean that was Was that the
Great segue, Rhea.
Was that? But let's get a
this
picture.
GIF.
Yeah, no, I
bitch.
The only time Joey ever he went like, oh my, like he didn't know what to do because I didn't want me to see.
Because I wasn't showing you.
Well, if you're
I
really
know,
embarrassed, you don't have to show
Yeah,
me.
but before
I'm not
I know,
embarrassed.
but you're not. I mean, it's Joey. It's
Prior
like,
to
I
this-
think listen. If
That's the
Somebody
video.
does all the time.
if we pressed him for 5 more minutes, he would just do it. Come on your own face, Joey. Come on.
Rhea, you won't be
my
able to
first
unsee
week,
this when
my
you see
first
it.
week at work,
That's
I'm
okay.
showing. Is it
I'm
climax?
not like I
I know
said.
that you still got it in
after
your
working
camera.
here,
I have
I think
it.
you realized about like 2 years in that you guys lost me. Like I forgot what it was. We were talking about something,
let me
and
see
you were
it
like,
again.
"We just lost Rhea." Like
Oh, yeah.
at this
Well,
point,
Kevin,
nothing
Kevin
can
always
faze
makes
me.
that prediction, and he's always right. It's like you
It's
got
so
about a
graphic.
year ago.
I remember we did it with Ellie, with you. We did it recently with Jackie. It's not always just girls too, but people come in being like, "I can handle this," and it's not like a knock on you. It's like, no, you can't. And in like 18
then-
months, 2 years, you're gonna just break because it's not fucking normal. What we
Something
do here.
changes where nothing phases you.
Yeah,
like
you
I
just-
will watch
you
this
just-
and be like, "Yep,
Yeah.
Joe came on stage."
No, this is.
I'm
I
the
mean,
newest
this is objectively
Let me
the
see.
funniest thing I've ever seen. You want me to cover some of this or
No, just let her see it.
It's so good. And you know what's good? You know what's good is he's still like his face. He's looking. It wasn't. His face is still like, oh, whoa.
Wait. Can I say? Impressive shot.
I know.
Very
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even care.
The girl still got it. The girl still got it.
The way that he's like,
I was on poppers. I just didn't hit a poppers.
Miss me with that shit,
You got great aim.
come on, dude.
bro. Miss me with that. I'm too busy getting tits sent to me.
I'm okay.
It's so
right after
fucking
T
funny.
Slam.
This was this afternoon up in
You got a
in
weird grip.
the mother's milking room.
You got a strange grip on that.
You got a weird.
Yeah.
That's a prosthetic hand.
You said it's gay.
Isn't that weird?
You got a strange grip. It's gay.
It's kind of like grabbing.
hands you are.
Yeah, it's goofy foot.
Jacks off
Are you a
goofy
lefty?
style.
No. You're jerking off lefty in this.
But it was reversed through a
Jocks off
webcam,
goofy.
maybe.
Oh, okay. It's just so funny. And I mean, it is objectively very impressive. If I tried to comb on my own face, I'm not even coming along. I was like 18, maybe.
You
Not
were like
anymore.
swallowed
Yeah,
it.
that shit almost went over your head, dude.
Well, I was watching something very erotic.
Did you have like a bag of peas underneath there?
What did I have?
A bag of peas underneath there? You ever do that?
No. What does that do?
Oh, you
You
still
put a
have
cold
peas.
bag of peas for like a day, and then it's
Yeah.
Psych.
Whole time.
You do it while you're jerking off, or you do?
Like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, I'm just listening to him. I don't think it's.
John, what is it?
But so my buddy used to say it when we were younger, and I always just say it. I don't know any scientific evidence behind it, but if you sit on a bag of frozen peas for a while, you'll hit the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna see it.
Oh, probably because it's all trying to go to the front to stay warm, and then it's like all like
No, she's a
Oh,
scientist.
it's
that's
backed up?
yeah.
I'm a biologic major.
Well, I'll meet you guys in the goon pit. We'll give it a try.
Yeah. Well, I just googled sit on bag.
Get your HelloFresh bag from the
I
freezer.
forgot to say peas, so it just says sit on bag of frozen cum. So I googled it wrong, and I got.
Now that's a cold day in
I
Hell's
got
Kitchen.
an article from Slate. I'm worried the new sex game me and my wife are playing isn't safe, so I'm hooked, and I'm gonna have to find out what this is. My wife and I do the cuckold scene. During COVID, it's just the
good
two
old
of us.
cuckold.
So we've been playing some sub-dom stuff. Right now, she's making me masturbate 1 to 2 times a day in a Ziploc bag and immediately freezing it. After a week, I have to eat it all. Holy shit! Did I just stumble upon the wrong thing here?
I don't like this.
And she
I don't
said,
like that.
This is
so
the
my
worst episode
question
of Low in the Bar yet.
is there anything I need to worry about with my cumsicle? We don't even need to discuss this. Cumsicle is just objectively a funny term. Oh,
That's what
subjectively
goes
fun.
to the bottles there.
Freezes.
What's that thing called? Stone face?
What's
Yeah.
that?
What is that?
That's like.
Oh, where you can just suck your dick on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
We
So-
did the opposite. It was called Smiles.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. That's what I heard in my high school.
I don't know if my sister and her husband are gonna like that I tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So the first time that they like really ever spoke, so my sister did not do this, but my sister, they were like at a party, and they were in high school or whatever, and my sister asked him for a ride home, and he said, only if you get down and do stone face to all of us.
I don't think they're gonna like that. I don't
No,
think they're gonna like that.
Oh my God.
No, they would laugh.
That happened.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
Steve?
I hope
like
so.
I was in
one
high
of
school?
one of our like rival
That's
high
okay.
school, like it's not really, but another prep school in New England. Like the whole, like a girl did it with like the whole. It was a big news story.
Wait,
I
what is
bet.
stone face?
So you sit at a
I was scared
table
to
and a
ask.
girl goes underneath the table and
Oh,
you
it's
all
so
have
hot.
your dick out and you have to keep your face straight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
you have
if
to
you make
figure
a
out
face,
who's
it's like,
getting
oh,
sucked.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
That's
But
hot.
I think we, in our,
That's hot.
Literally
in our
like,
school,
so
Heads up
hot.
7.
what's that?
No, no.
Now,
No,
Joey
I'm
was
saying
speaking
it,
with
yeah,
girl
So we
on
call it
the-
a heads up 7.
Yeah, that I feel like is a high school thing, which is kind of crazy because I feel like no adults do it. It's just things that crazy kids do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, what's funny is we
Oh no,
discussed this.
Okie cookie.
That's
Oh,
like,
That's
like
one that
Limp
comes in a
Bizkit, right?
cookie and then
Yeah.
you have to eat it.
yeah.
Yeah, but
No.
like that's fucking crazy. Anybody actually do that?
That was Stoneface. I heard tale of. So
Yeah,
people do it.
I know guys who did Stoneface.
But also, here's what
Who was the guy
we
who
were
was
talking about.
blowing?
It was some slutty chicks. It wasn't.
We were talking about Euphoria earlier. And like, if you told the story, you'd be like, if you saw this on TV, most people would be like, that doesn't happen in high school. But
that's
My
where
take
it
is
happens,
Euphoria
right?
is not unrealistic.
I
No, not at all.
agree with you.
I
I
think it's the
think that
most
that stuff
realistic
happens.
Is it?
depiction of a teen. Like,
Even like the like what
I
you
don't-
know, it's
think it depends on where you
hardcore drugs.
I want Cal
All that
Jacobs
shit's real?
to fuck me in a
There
hotel.
was hardcore like heroin epidemic in the high school
Oh,
in
yeah.
my town.
yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, I was
I
taking
forgot my
acid
brother
when I was like
when my brother
15.
was,
It's like, oh
I
yeah.
mean, we were just like beer, weed, I said this on the rundown. Beer, weed, a little bit of ecstasy, very little bit of ketamine.
when
Hey, is that
Ketamine over coke?
I guess there was coke, but like it wasn't.
No
yeah,
one did
it was,
any ketamine.
It was more talked about ketamine in my school.
Dude, I forgot this until right now. At our actual rival high school, when my brother was there, 17 kids got kicked out for, I think it was methadone. So not heroin, but.
How do you get methadone?
I- I-
Worse, honestly.
Isn't that meth? Crystal
Prescribed.
method?
No, that gets you off of heroin.
Methadone is what you take.
So
when
it was
you're
like maybe
maybe
you go to a
ability.
clinic. Like I don't think you like buy methadone.
So maybe I'm missing this, but it was
anyway.
Pat's mom sells it on Facebook
some
Marketplace.
kind of heroin.
Methadone.
That's crazy.
I only like uppers. I hate sedatives.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we on KC Radio we finally disproved the old like tequila's an upper.
Yeah, that's just not
Happens
true.
Nah, it ain't.
That's
I've been
bullshit.
like,
Not?
It's not?
no.
Nope.
It's It's alcohol. You drink a bunch of tequila, you pass the fuck
Yeah,
out.
but how
It's
did
a
you
downer.
just
Did you
prove it?
guys do it?
We
just
did.
Google
Well, we
it.
had the beakers out. It was a whole
Oh man, that's great. No, it's just we just like somebody said it and I was like, that's just not true. Think about it. It's fucking alcohol. It's the same thing as when people are like, oh, this strain of weed will not put you to sleep. It's like if you smoke a bunch of that, you're going to fucking sleep. All of this shit is downers. All of it. And the thing is, when you're doing shots of tequila, you're like, let's go, it's an upper, shots, the music's blasting.
It's a placebo.
Let's
It might keep you up.
So like,
Yeah.
it might actually
I just
keep
like
you,
the
you
taste
know,
of it.
go ahead and do
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but just know
with you.
it's
I've
not.
never
I
said
gotta
it
put
was
you
something. I want
douchebags
one.
onto Kratom. You guys would love it.
What is
Kratom?
Are you doing kratom?
What
is
that?
that?
People think I'm addicted to it. I'm not.
I've heard this you are.
You can,
You
you can go
take
get
it
it from
every
any,
day.
you can go get it from any
Is it
smoke
like a
shop.
tea?
They have a little vial. It's the most mysterious of forms, and you take a little sip. If you take a very small sip, it
Sip
has
of the
a
vial?
stimulant effect. Like gives you a little boost, little euphoric boost. If you take a big sip, it'll push you out.
Like to see?
What is it?
It'll
Your
really mellow you out.
consciousness.
It's like put you out cold.
No, like you'll feel like you're on what I suspect heroin is like.
Whoa.
Diet.
Well, heroin.
Diet heroin.
Diet
Jay-Z.
heroin.
So do
Heroin
you
light.
prefer the quick little shit or the big
I'm
shit?
not addicted to it anymore. I never was. But yeah, I prefer just like the very light dose.
Was this recently or this in the past, Katie?
You know, like you know when
So
you just started caffeine. Remember when you just were on to caffeine and
No,
it-
I've never allowed caffeine.
Like eating coffee.
the first time you discovered caffeine,
Yes.
it would really
Oh,
Yeah,
give
like
you
it
a
actually
nice,
worked.
but with the mix of euphoria, like a
Caffeine
mood
calms me
boost,
down.
So like Vyvanse.
kind of. I don't know. You just try it.
Will you buy
my
some?
Audi dealer.
I got a lot to buy. I heard from a coworker you can buy actually mushrooms in chocolate form at a
I've
fruit
never-
shop.
I gotta do more mushrooms.
Yeah, I've never tried mushrooms.
I have to
dude.
buy. I have to buy
Yeah.
creatine. What's it called? Kratom.
Kratom.
Kratom,
I'm
magic
a-
mushroom chocolates.
I'm a big mushroom advocate.
and
You know what?
feel
You know
like
what?
yeah.
Three cheese.
She's a
Three cheese.
pusher.
Three cheese
Although I
coffee.
haven't done it. I haven't
Three
done
I
it.
love three
You
cheese.
can.
Yeah.
It's like a flavorless powder that you put in like any drink.
What I have the tinctures they sent me. Those are
Yeah.
good too.
That would
So
feel like.
that-
I
that's
like
what the
those
one I cook
better
with.
than regular weed. I like them.
I'm
Those
all in
jelly
on
squares
Richie.
are the best.
I am all in on 3G. I love it. It's my favorite product.
It's
ever.
the best.
It is the best.
It gets you so high.
It does.
too.
Does it?
Everyone's like,
Very
I
long.
smoke weed.
Very
I
love
real
it.
weed.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
love
work.
it.
I'm like,
Every
No,
night.
no, it worked.
more
I
than
actually,
me.
yeah, like
Yes.
I
It
actually
gets you more fucked up.
can't really
Did you take
handle
the whole
a lot
25
of
square?
3G.
Did you take the whole 25 square?
no, I go half.
I feel like
I mean,
all
I've done it
the
before.
Yeah.
It fucks me up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Take
it's
one
good.
and
Gummy, I gotta take
Bob,
half of
I
them.
did
Mom
the
took
vapor
4 that one night.
Oh yeah.
Did you get the Skittles?
She no, it was the gummies, but when we first got it, we thought it was CBD, like, you know, the fake shit.
I remember.
And so his mom was like, I'm having trouble, like anxiety, sleep, whatever it was, and he was like, all right, so Mom, this is like CBD, take like 4 of them. And
Stop.
she did, and she
was in her
up
nightgown in the
all
middle of
night,
town.
and she,
Yeah, I'm
she said she was
wired on that
hearing
shit.
voices, and like she couldn't, like,
I love those little Skittles. You get the Skittles ones?
Skills are my
We
favorite.
just pop them
we
in
did the
handful.
420
It's fucking
live
bomb.
set,
88 milligrams.
whatever the
Yeah,
live
yeah,
set
yeah.
was. I was.
We gotta get them on our show.
So was I.
Like, I was like, we need to wrap this up because I am
was
so
uncomfortably high.
Yeah.
I haven't done.
That was
I was
Doug's
fun.
Yeah.
Doug's one ready to sleep on the chair.
Yeah.
That was
I-
amazing.
No.
I don't smoke that much anymore. I mean, I still
Really?
smoke every day, but I was smoking like 4 blunts a day.
Your
at one
name
point,
is
or, like,
Blunt.
weed. Like I was
I
smoking,
know.
I was smoking like backwoods, like joints, like now I'll just take like a couple bowl hits throughout the day, like
You know what that's
barely.
called? Maturity. That's growth,
Thank you.
girl.
No, it's really like it. I am not even close to how much I used to smoke. Not even a little bit.
Did something happen, or you just?
No, I just realized like I didn't need
too
it that
much.
much,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also I was getting like a little bit more anxiety than usual while smoking, and I was like, all right, I'll cut it back. I haven't done shrooms in a couple months, but for a little bit I was on like a shroom
Shrooms
kick.
kick.
Yeah.
Then
She saw
like,
the bag she bought.
oh my, you should.
It was not. I've never.
The bag?
She was like a drug dealer.
The bag of weed, I mean, the bag of shrooms I bought, the guy who sold it to me, what did he ask? He was like,
I went to go grab it because Rhea was like, I'm gonna sit in the car. I went out to go get it. I take the thing from him and goes, you wanna start buying pounds?
I was like, no,
You
I was
wanna
like,
start
I
buying
absolutely do not
pounds?
want to start buying pounds. I just didn't
I mean,
know.
pounds of freeze-dried mushrooms
Well,
must be
okay,
so
you
much
want to know
mushroom,
why
right?
How much you have to
actually I
eat?
bought
Yeah,
so
Size of
much?
a couch cushion.
Was because I didn't know how much to ask him for, so I
Right.
said,
Yeah.
"Give me how much you can." And it was
He's like, got
it
bags
was
of
so
it.
much. But I like we would do them when we went out, right? Like to like
Oh,
a club
jeez.
or whatever,
That's
and like
a crazy feeling.
oh yeah, there's the picture. It almost made me throw up. I'm not gonna lie.
How much you have to eat, Ria?
Those are huge
Just a couple
mushrooms.
steps. Just like I don't do the full
the
thing.
night?
Just like a micro dose.
And that's
of
giving it away?
shit.
How much
Yeah.
does that cost?
How much is that?
That was like $500.
Let me see.
But how much like did it?
I
Because
had
those also
no-
just look like big.
Yeah, and I still have it. Obviously,
wow.
I still have a lot of that.
Oh,
left.
can I have some for us?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
can gladly. You guys can take it.
you.
Yes, but I would.
I don't know.
I was thinking it was
I
like
will pay
I'm
you
not
for
like the
some
full
mushrooms.
thing,
Yeah.
just like a little bit.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun, like going out with it, whatever. And people say not to do that, but
Yeah.
I did it a couple times, not going out, and I started doing it going out. And then one night I did it while I was out, and I was talking to the booth. Like I nobody could talk to me. I was talking to the booth. I started profusely sweating, and that was the last time I did it because I was like, all right, maybe take a little break. Like
I
this
love
isn't.
And the thought of you talking to a drug dealer saying, "Give me all you can."
Yeah, I was like,
Save my
and
life.
then
Yeah.
exactly, like,
Yeah.
it literally was like,
It's like always sunny. Like, can I have one rock? One rock?
it was really just because I have no idea how the distributing works. Like I have no
He
idea.
probably went back to whoever his supplier is and told them about it.
And I think we could get it to sell.
The first time I bought weed, I was so young, and I asked the guy how much a dime bag costs, and he was like, "A dime, dude, it's $10." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it was
that was
measurements
charged
or
you
whatever."
20.
You know?
That wouldn't. I'm sure it's like subconsciously I knew that, but like, I've never bought like weed.
Yeah.
I never bought weed from a drug dealer.
Right.
And I always figured it was like a size.
I thought it was the measurement or whatever, not
Yeah.
like the dollar amount. I was like, "Oh."
I get that.
Because $10 for
it
weed sounds crazy.
What?
They call I started
Yeah,
smoking
ounce.
weed
Yeah, right,
after
right.
people were buying $10 worth of weed.
What was a nickel bag? Would that
that's
even
the
make a
thing, like,
joint?
it was.
A nickel bag would make one joint?
I don't know. I don't know
I
about
know.
that.
I also don't even know how that works.
Because now you buy eighths and
We're all
all that shit,
exposing.
but it's like, yeah, we're I was not a.
I know, but I don't know.
I also
just
bought
don't know.
a bag of garbage from a guy in the Bahamas.
What do you mean?
Like, so we did a cruise. We bought, like, we port or whatever it's called. We park for the day or the night. We go to this club in the Bahamas at night, me and my brother. And as we were walking there, some guy was on the corner, like, you buying, you want, and so we buy, $50 worth of weed, whatever. And so we we go into like this alley, and it's in a bag, and like I open the bag, and I open up like this a piece of like paper wrapped up, and then more plastic bag, and then more paper, and then nothing. It was like those dolls that are smaller, and it was just, and then by the end I was just like, there's no weed here. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Of course he did that. Of course, like I'm gonna go find the Bahamian drug dealer and be like, give me my weed back. I was like 16. It's like you didn't fucking rob me and kill me.
That's fucking great.
We did that in Prague once, and it was
Name drop.
we
When I was in Prague and I was watching a film.
So go to the Czech
We were
Republic.
there for a hockey tournament, and it was one of the kids on our team bought weed, and we were all 15, 16, that age range. I think I was 15, and we're all trying to figure out if it's actually weed. And this kid comes up, and he looks at it, and he goes, and we're like, both of us were like, nah, it's not weed, it's not weed. And this kid goes, shit, I work at Pizza Hut. That's oregano. And we all threw it away. And then we all later we were like, wait, we fucking know what oregano is. Like we would have known if that was oregano. Pizza Hut doesn't make you
Special oregano.
I know what the fuck oregano is. That wasn't oregano.
Right.
So we never found out what it was either. We threw it away. But
But it was not weed.
we don't think so. But we never.
Because I mean,
smoked it,
oregano's
so
like
we never-
powdery. Like weed is like.
Yeah, it
nuggets
was so
of
like,
fucking
that's
weed.
what we were all like. Late,
Yeah.
like 2 days later, we were like, wait, why the fuck did we all believe that it was oregano? Like a doctor came in and told us.
It was very convincing.
Yeah.
You didn't even try to spark it up or anything?
No. I at that time, I don't think I'd ever even smoked weed. So I would not have been the one to push that.
When did you start smoking weed?
I never started smoking weed. I don't really smoke weed still. I've smoked weed a bunch of times, but I would guess probably college was the first time I smoked. Maybe later in high school.
We once were trying to roll joints with the pad paper in a Radisson hotel because we didn't have any rolling papers. We were there for like a spring break type trip, and it obviously was terrible. But we from then on out we'd be like, let's smoke a Radisson, bro.
After,
Ratty.
That is
after our live show here in New York,
Uh-huh.
I was sleeping at Devon's, and she didn't have any rolling papers. And you know those like oil pads.
Yeah.
I rolled a joint with one of those oil pads.
How'd
and
that
I
work?
smoked it. It smoked, but the next day I had like severe chest pains. And I convinced myself it was because of those papers. Like I was like, it was the oil papers.
It might have been. That's probably not good for you.
No. I looked up the like ingredients that make up those papers. And I was like, can you smoke this? And
Yeah.
it was like, it won't kill you, but it's not gonna be good. I was like, all right, as long as I won't
came
die.
up?
Yeah, no, it did because
Like
it's
other
like
people
a
have done
certain.
it. I'm telling you, somebody smoked out of everything on the planet Earth.
Dude, we had one time we went on our 8th grade class field trip. We were supposed to go to DC, but 9/11 happened.
Oh, that'll put a little.
I went to DC to a gay club September 13th, like 2 days after.
What'd you say?
My father was like, where are you? I was like, I'm in Washington, D.C. at a club.
Wait, you went to a gay club on September 13th?
In Washington,
2001.
D.C.
13th.
They
I
didn't
guess
close
the
it down?
48-hour window.
No, it was wild.
Yeah, that was outside.
It was wild.
The gays don't fuck around.
No,
I
They do fuck around.
Whatever, let's party. Was it like
It was a
just
big
party because
party.
we're still alive?
And yeah, like queens were like walking around nude with the American flag on their back.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I jerked someone off on a couch. That was my contribution to the
These terrorists aren't going to stop me.
Sorry, you were saying, ma'am?
So we had to change where the class field trip was. We went to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and because we're 8th graders, we're all trying to figure out how to get fucked up. And one kid was like, if you roll up a tea bag, smoke a tea bag in your mouth with a menthol cigarette under your tongue,
Oh my god.
that
Jesus
works
Christ.
like weed. And we all tried it. I don't think I ever
sounds
got
hard.
If
high.
you blow a
or
homeless
anything.
guy under the bridge,
But-
while he needs to roll up.
There has to be something from that, though, right? I'm gonna Google that.
And you put the cigarette in your mouth under the tongue?
Yes,
The full cigarette?
No, there was never a cigarette anywhere.
Oh, you said a menthol cigarette.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant a menthol cough drop.
Oh, that
I was
changes
like, how do you
things.
put a
That happens to me too.
tobacco? I know a kid who he only had a little bit of weed left, and he was doing gravity bongs. And
Gravity
and he
bongs.
cut it with tobacco. So he did it was half weed, half tobacco, and he hit it. And I've never seen someone instantly get so sick in their life. Like turned absolutely green and like passed
just
out.
like
I
a
thought,
phone
"Oh,
stuff.
I didn't. One time I did it. The first time I did it, I got the highest I've ever been. And then I told my friend about it. We were young enough that everyone started learning about it. And he went back to my other friend and was like, yo, Clancy did a galaxy bomb. And they were like, what? You heard you did a galaxy bomb? And I was like, what did I? I don't know. What are you guys talking about? And they were like, gravity bomb. Galaxy bomb. Galaxy bomb.
A gravity bomb.
There's
That's
nothing.
so
All the
fucking
first
funny.
results
I mean,
are like,
the
can you
remember
put
that
it
effort
in
it takes
With a
to
2 liter
get a
soda
gravity,
bottle
yeah,
and a bucket?
you gotta cut it and fill it up.
I'll never forget.
But it works, dude. It fucking works.
I'll never
It's
forget
super hot.
buying weed off this person in my hometown. We were in high school. Me and my buddy showed up. I gotta be like careful what I say here. They might be watching. And we showed up, and it was this guy and his girlfriend. His girlfriend was about 9 months pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she was ready to pop, and they had this dog, and he was like selling like weed. It wasn't like a little bit of weed. We went there to buy like a quarter pound of weed. We were like crazy. And so we go in, we get the weed. He's like, you guys want to smoke some? We were like, yeah. And so there's a gravity bong there. I take a hit. My buddy Steve takes a hit. He takes a hit. And then his girlfriend at the time, who's 9 months pregnant, starts to get up. And I'm like, she is not about to do everything she's about to do.
She took a shotgun.
And she milks this thing up, her pregnant ass, and it is so thick and yellow. There's one of the Poland Spring, like
Yeah.
they're like this, and she milks it up, and she just looks at us and just goes, and then she's sitting there, she comes up, she goes, what? She goes, the baby's already formed. It's like, we gotta get out of here.
I'm smoking for 2, y'all.
There's a baby's already formed. I was just like,
That is dirtball behavior.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ almighty.
God.
You know what? Let's
you
wrap
feel
up
the
on
need
that
to
note. The pregnant woman gravity bug. Make sure you go to getwood.com to get all your grooming products. Also check out your local CVS. Shout out to Grace for her first appearance. And yours as well, baby.
Yes, thank you guys.
We'll see you guys next week on Friday Night Pints. Thanks for watching Friday Night Pints. Make sure you click on the bell icon below to keep up with notifications, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Strong drinks, full pints, can't lose.
Can't lose.